Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis for today's Class A Girls State Championship game featuring the Huskies of St. Anthony Village, and the Spartans of St. Paul Academy and Summit School. Hello again, everyone. I'm Matt McCleggan, and I'm joined by Mickey Denny Wright, former coach at the University of Minnesota. And Mickey, you've certainly prepared teams for big games, Big Ten, NCAA tournament games. What are the coaches communicating to their teams as they take the field in this Class A title game?
I mean, this is a really exciting matchup. This is the one class that I don't know if this is the teams that the experts would pick to be in the final. So it's very exciting because anything can happen in the state tournament. And I think what both of these coaches have done is had these teams peaking at the right time. You look at SPA, to get into the state tournament in the section final, they took down Minnehaha Academy 1-0. And earlier this season, they had lost to Minnehaha 6-0. Actually watched that game, and they were dominated. So what Coach Guinea has done with this team is just continue to get better and evolve and peak at the right time. I think St. Anthony Village is similar in that regard. They didn't win their conference, right? They were third in the Tri-Metro, but they keep on getting better throughout the season. And I think that's what's exciting about high school soccer. It's a quick season. I know it starts August 15th, only a couple months, but the good coaches really prepare and peak their team. So it's fun to see these teams coming in to the tournament playing their best. I think what the coaches are saying is keep being you. You don't want to add pressure to this environment, do you? You just keep being who you are. You actually want to release the pressure. Let them play the game. This is what's so fun about the game of soccer. It's a player's game. Just let them play.
You mentioned St. Paul Academy coming into today's game as the Section 3A champs and the number 3 seed in the tournament. They have a record of 11-5-3 overall, 2-5-1 in their conference, which is kind of interesting to come into the state championship game after a losing season in your conference. St. Anthony Village 13-3-1, 6-2 in the Tri-Metro. That's third place, and they're the Section 4A champs and the number 4 seed in the tournament. And both of their paths will we can kind of get to that as I think the players are starting to make their way to the sidelines. We'll get these starting lineups in a bit, but St. Paul Academy defeating St. Charles 1-0 in the quarterfinal game, and then beating Breck a couple days ago right here at U.S. Bank Stadium 3-2 on penalty kicks. So a difficult path certainly for SPA. St. Anthony Village similarly beating the number 5 seed ESCO 4-2, and also defeating the number 1 seed Providence Academy 4-3. And Mickey, I guess if things continue the way they started here with the semifinal games a couple days ago, PKs will play a major role here. Both of those games saw penalty kicks both in regulation and then the one game, of course, going to a shootout at the end. But penalty kicks playing a big role, not only at the Class A level, but throughout this state tournament.
I think the first game this morning was 8 a.m., the 3A girls state title game. Rosemont won 1-0 in a close battle over Edina. And then the next game we saw the Wayzata boys win in overtime. They scored a goal late in regulation to tie it up, and they beat Woodbury. The next game, a shootout, as you spoke about, Holy Angels and Montevideo. A tie game goes to a shootout. Fantastic finish for Holy Angels. Goes into extra shooters. And now we just finished Hill Murray versus De La Salle. Again, Hill is up on De La Salle in the final seconds. De La Salle gets a free kick, bends it in the goal to tie it up, goes to PKs. So the action today has been phenomenal. For those of us who have been here all day, you just want more. I mean, we really just want more. The environment, this is what the state tournament's all about. So if you aren't at U.S. Bank, you're getting off work, come on down. We have 2 more games obviously left for the 1A girls, the 1A boys. And I just think it's a testament to the level and quality of soccer in the state of Minnesota, both the coaching and the talent overall for the girls and boys. It's so fun to watch this exhibition of just talent.
Lots of parity. You don't really see those dynasties that we used to see in the past, as both starters or both actually full rosters now lining up and will take their spot at
Once
the
again,
at
good evening. We
midfield.
welcome
And we'll
everyone
go
to
ahead and
tonight's
turn it
girls
over to
Class
the PA
A
announcer.
championship game between the Section 3A champion Spartans from St. Paul Academy and Summit School and the Section 4A Huskies from St. Anthony Village. Officials for tonight's game are Cliff Anderson, Dennis Hoffbeck, Dan Latola, and Wayne Lemons. Now let's meet the starters from the Section 4A champion Huskies. Junior, number 1, June McGrath. Senior, number 4, Sierra Halverson. Senior, number 5, Grace Vetter. Junior, number 10, Megan Prisbilla. Senior, number 11, Lainey Cardona. Senior, number 12, Anna Isaacson. Senior, number 15, Greta Golzinski. Senior, number 18, Eileen Cordona. Junior, number 20, Lillian Ergilis Vang. Senior, number 23, Anna Abel. And sophomore, number 24, Natalia Garcia Santiago. The assistant coaches for the Huskies are Shelby Ewing and Grace Pavlishian. The co-head coaches are Sue Pavlishian and Paul Pavlishian. And now let's meet the starters for the Class 3 Section 3A champions, the Spartans from St. Paul Academy and Summit School. Sophomore, number 7, Sawyer Bollinger Danielson. Senior, number 8, Mary Eva Gonzalez. Senior, number 10, Andrea Gist. Senior, number 11, Heidi Duell. Freshman, number 12, Claire Ryan Bradley. Sophomore, number 16, Annie Zhang. Freshman, number 17, Hazel McCarthy. Junior, number 18, Aurelia Meza. Freshman, number 19, Lucia Gonzalez. Freshman, number 20, Elizabeth Tuttle. And senior, number 98, Lindsay Brown. The assistant coach for the Spartans is Lisa Bauer. The head coach is Aileen Guiney. Good luck to both teams.
Those are your starters, and lots of talent on the field, some all-state players. St. Paul Academy with the two-time all-state forward, Sawyer Bollinger Danielson. Just a sophomore and has earned 2 all-state awards here in her short career, 21 goals, 9 assists this year. Also the center back, number 16, Annie Zhang, second team all-state this year. For St. Anthony Village, Eileen Cordona, number 18, central midfielder. She was all-state second team last year, first team this year. Mickey, certainly those are the main players to watch, but talent all over the field here.
Yeah, I think you're going to see talent all over the field. I think it's St. Anthony Village, if you look at their squad, you always say you put quality players right up the spine of your team, and you see that senior leadership right up their spine with the Cordonias, the sisters. So the right up the spine, Cordonia as a sweeper, Abel as a stopper, Glizginski as the center mid with Cordonia, and then Isaacson right up the spine, that senior group. you know, for SPA, you see a lot of balance and you see some youth coming in. So, you know, Bollinger Danielson, only a sophomore, but you also see Tuttle, who's a freshman, Lucy Gonzalez, who's a freshman, McCarthy, a freshman, Bradley, a freshman. I mean, that's a lot of freshmen to start. So I think you see two different programs. You know, I think the other story is these are young coaches in their career. You know, Sue and Paul Polinsky have been around, but this is only their third year at St. Anthony Village. And so they're leading this program into a new era. And also Aileen Guinea, this is her first year at SPA. You know, Aileen was a legend at Northwestern Soccer, played there, an All-American, first team All-Big Ten. I got to see her play many years, also helped out the University of Michigan. She was a player. So to have a former player and coach of her level come in, you know, to Minnesota high school soccer and start to give back is really an honor, and she's done such a great job with this group.
Just about ready for kickoff here, and you can see St. Anthony Village in the all-white uniforms. They will be kicking off and attacking from right to left. SPA in the all-blue, all-navy blue uniforms, and they'll be attacking from left to right. And we are just about set here. We're now underway in this Class A championship match. Already been an exciting game, as Mickey mentioned, and we're expecting the same here. Two evenly matched teams.
You know, I think from the start, what you'll notice is, you know, two different tactics, two different styles. So St. Anthony Village is going to play a sweeper system, you know, which some schools have employed. So they're playing almost a, you know, 3-5-2, a 3-4-3, depending on how do you want to name the backs. And if you come over and look at SPA, they're going to play a 4-5-1 with Sawyer, Bollinger, Danielson. Their stellar forward up top, and you see her right here on the ball. She is thrilling to watch. So dangerous on the ball, so good, so athletic. You're going to see her right here, and she whips one in right from the get-go. She's going to establish herself early and often. She is a special, special soccer player.
You can see the St. Anthony defenders kind of scurrying around when she has the ball there, trying to get as many defenders behind the ball there. And that, I believe, was a shot there that just went wide. She also had a teammate running to the back post. It'll be a goal kick here for St. Anthony Village. Megan Prisbilla there, number 10, one of the key players for St. Anthony. This is Anna Isaacson finding Cordona. Cordona, another skilled player here, tips it forward to Isaacson. Taken down in the penalty area, and we just talked about it, Mickey. Another PK.
This is unbelievable. I mean, end-to-end action, and we come in, and the amount of PKs that St. Anthony Village has taken this year, and, you know, it's their commitment to get in the box, but it's a PK in the first 2 minutes of the match. A tough break for SPA, but St. Anthony Village, this is what we saw at Providence and several games. They get in the box and you know, they put the foul on Isaacson, who really plays their high one front. Cordonia in the center is somebody to watch. She is so special on the ball. She's a futsal player, really, really technical, and I think soccer savvy is what her IQ is through the roof. From everybody we've talked to, she's one of the highest soccer IQs in the state. So just a senior to watch. She's going to take this
Cordona
PK.
here on the ball for St. Anthony. Just a minute 45 into the match. And she converts the penalty kick into the left side of the net, beating Lindsey Brown for a 1-goal lead.
No question about that one. She buries it in the corner. Early PK, gets up there so composed. So ready. She wants the ball. I mean, she wants to take that, you can tell. And so they are up 1-0 early, just 2 minutes into the match.
It's basically the first time the ball entered either penalty area, basically. And again, Cordona really creating that with her skill up the middle, and that through ball was a scoring chance for sure for Isaacson. Whether or not it's worthy of a PK, I think, could be debated, but That's what we've seen in this tournament. They've certainly been consistent with making that call. Here's St. Anthony now
Scoring
with
for the
possession
Huskies,
on
number
the far
18,
side.
Eileen Cordona.
Yeah, and I think, you talk about as a player and a coach, control the controllables, and you have to respond from that. SPA is a very quality side. They've thought through some very tough games this year, and they have the quality to score goals. So this is not the end. This is just the beginning. That's the way you want to approach it with your team. You just move on. So control the controllables, move on. But you can see Cordonia on the ball. One of the things her coaches talk about what she does is not only does she want the ball at her feet, but she is constantly communicating and organizing. So she's talking to the players on the field all the time. You don't always see that in girls high school soccer, somebody with that kind of leadership. She's not just leading, she's actually organizing her team as a soccer player. They talk about she watches so much high-level soccer. She just has this incredible soccer IQ, almost a coach on the field, which is a great advantage.
This ball at midfield picked up by SPA. That's Elizabeth Tuttle, and she's brought to the turf. It'll be a foul on St. Anthony and a free kick coming for SPA.
So SPA has those wide players are both freshmen. Tuttle with 5 goals, 4 assists, and Bradley with 7 goals and 2 assists on either side. Bradley, number 12, Tuttle, number 20, and those players will be their flank players, trying to dominate possession and create attacking opportunities in flank space.
Ball played short. Now we see Zhang. Played wide to the right. Here's Meza, Ariela Meza. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for SPA, quickly taken by Ryan Bradley. Shot sent towards the goal by Lucia Gonzalez. Didn't get all of it there, but rolls into the hands of the goalkeeper, June McGrath.
And a great response by SPA. So they go down the 1 goal, but they start to build, get a free kick, and you can see them starting to play soccer and really build. This is again Isaacson. Yep. She's dangerous up there as a center forward. And again, they play their backs, with the Cordona, the other Cordona will play a little bit deeper like a sweeper. In front of her is Abel. So it's a sweeper-stopper system. And then they play Isaacson as the lone forward up here high. You can see where they find her up top.
Isaacson doing well there to win the ball back. It's centered to Prisbilla. She's brought down, no foul called there. And SPA comes away now with a counter up the middle. That's Gonzalez trying to get it forward to Sawyer Bollinger Danielson, but that's picked off. Now a loose ball, and SPA will control again. Good anticipation there by Sierra Halverson.
And you can see in the midfield for SPA, they have 2 sisters. So Maria Gonzalez, a senior, number 8, and then Lucy Gonzalez, a freshman, number 19, along with Gist, who's a senior, number 10.
Giles Vang there defending on the far side, knocking it across midfield. Ball is centered, looking for Prisbilla. But the Spartans come away with it, and they just send that forward. It's Greta Kluczynski. Trying to play it down the right side. Maria Gonzalez for SPA. Finding Bollinger Danielson. Gonzalez plays that out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Huskies.
One quality I like about Bollinger Danielson is she loves to have the ball back to goal. That's unique. She's good running forward like she is now and taking players on, but she's also comfortable back to goal with pressure on her back, and that can be unique to young women in the high school game.
Shot taken there from distance by Andrea Gist. Goes wide. Gist with the goal, the lone goal that beat St. Charles in the quarterfinals. She also converted a PK in the win over Breck.
Yeah, she has 6 goals on the year, so she is dangerous. She's going to be one to watch, and she sits a little bit deeper than Lucy Gonzalez, you can see, but those 3 will play in the triangle in the midfield. Obviously, they're matched up against Cordona, Prisbilla, number 10, who you mentioned earlier, and Glazinski, those other 3 mids for St. Anthony Village. So it's going to be a triangle matchup versus triangle matchup there in the midfield.
Bollinger Danielson finding.
This is Cordona. So you can
Here's
see
Cordona.
how good she is on the ball.
Gaining possession for St. Anthony to Isaacson. Gets it back through a couple defenders. And now it's poked away. It's Gonzalez across midfield. Natalia Garcia Santiago, who scored one of the only non-PK goal in St. Anthony Village's win in the semifinals.
And for St. Anthony Village, on their flanks, they're going to have Santiago, number 24, the sophomore, right here, getting in the box. Exciting to see how far up into the attack she will get. That'll be a question. And then Vetter on the other side, number 5. So those are 2 flank players. So you'll see these flanks match up against each other also. And the interesting tactic is to see who gets high into the attack and how far do they have to come back defend. So when you see flank players playing against one another, that's always the tactic to watch.
Sierra Halverson there, content to kick the ball out of bounds with Bollinger Danielson in the area. See St. Anthony trying to limit the amount of space that Bollinger Danielson has. And here's Maria Gonzalez. And her pass doesn't connect. Thought maybe she might think of taking a shot there. Here's Cordona trying to find Isaacson with a long pass. Prisbilla there. It's now controlled by SPA and Gist. The pass doesn't connect. Cordona. Prisbilla, now they'll settle it down here with Halverson. Garcia Santiago on the near side. Good defending there by Heidi Duell for SPA, and it'll be a throw-in on the near side here for St. Anthony Village.
And you can just see how much number 18 for St. Anthony Village, Cordona, how much she demands the ball. I mean, they're constantly looking for it to get her at her feet and play make. She is the ultimate playmaker. She was a finalist for Miss Soccer for Single A. Super highly respected by all the coaches that have played against St. Anthony Village. Just her soccer ability. So she's always going to be setting play, always wanting the ball, always playmaking.
It'll be interesting to see how SPA attacks this defense here of St. Anthony. Heavy in the middle. Several players and also their talented players playing in the middle, and we'll be interested to see if Bollinger Danielson tries to attack more on the flank here, as she does come over to the sideline to collect this ball. Trying to get through several defenders. That's knocked away by Halverson. Again, nice job there just holding her ground.
Yeah, and Sawyer loves to beat players, so she's going to go one-on-one, take another one on, and she can beat you 1v1. She loves to run into flake space. She's just so mobile. That's why she can play that one up top, is because just her mobility, also her ability to connect underneath with those midfielders running forward.
Ivy Rhea entering the match for SPA here on the near side, outside midfielder. There's Rhea defending. SPA now getting possession back with Lucia Gonzalez. That's cleared away by the Huskies.
You know, you can see Zhang, number 16 there for SPA, second team All-State, has been, just as a sophomore, such an important piece. You know, I think it's good to also highlight the important defenders, because you can't get to this level without a team defensive strategy and really the ability to hold players. So when they knocked off Minnehaha 1-0 after losing to them 6-0 earlier in the year, Zhang was a really important part of that tactic.
Sia Gonzalez draws the foul. About 40 yards out. See Bollinger Danielson on the ball as well as Gonzalez.
She's got a great strike from distance. And I think now we got to talk about how important set pieces are. You know, obviously, you know, PKs, stoppage of play, corners, set pieces, all this is so critical because, as you mentioned, these games are so tight. I mean, every game has been so competitive. The difference has been in inches. So these kind of set pieces you can't waste. You need to find ways to make them dangerous. Don't waste these services.
Gonzalez plays it short. Danielson with the ball. Tries to dribble through two defenders. Natalia Garcia Santiago taking the ball away, but the Spartans get it right back. And now here's Cardona for the Huskies. Looking for Isaacson, who's defended well again by Heidi Duell. On the far side, that's Grace Vetter. She finds Prisbilla.
And I think Prisbilla is a great complement to Cardona. So you could see her, she sits in behind her, ball wins, and that allows some freedom here to Cardona, and you can see her on the ball here. And just those little flicks.
Isaacson at the end line, plays it across with the left foot. It gets through, and the shot goes off of both posts. Did I see that right?
It went off both posts, did not cross the line.
Did not cross the
line.
line.
Watch the linesman, did not cross the line.
That was Prisbilla with that shot. Unbelievable. I don't know if I've seen that, at least not very often.
Not often. And I think you loved what Cardona send out the ball out to Isaacson. You see this combination, a similar combination. She gets there, serves a great ball across the frame. Prisbilla's flying in from her midfield spot and just ricochets it off both posts. SPA got lucky there. Let's be honest, they got lucky. They're lucky not to be down 2-0 right now with just 13 minutes into the match.
Point blank shot just right in front of the goal, and they're able to keep this a 1-goal game. St. Anthony Village has Maya Hansen now into the game, number 16, playing up top, it looks like. Maybe kind of the left flank player in for Garcia Santiago. There's a foul called on Prisbilla. So it'll be a free kick for the Spartans.
We
Huskies
do have good
fans
crowds.
Not happy.
Yeah, good crowds of students, though. Again,
Absolutely.
all day, the student support for all these teams have been so fun. In that last match with Hill Murray and De La Salle, those students, I think they made an impact on the game. Look at Cardona. I mean, she's just special on the ball. We're going to be saying that time and time again, but when you get to watch players like this compete, I mean, this is what it's all about. Young women like her playing at this level. Obviously, she has a great supporting cast around her, but she has some special qualities that are fun to watch on the ball.
Hazel McCarthy defending on that play. That's cleared by Maria Gonzalez. Ends up on the foot briefly there of Sawyer Ballinger-Danielson. She gets it back. Maria Gonzalez trying to play it to the near side, chested down by Halverson. Sent right back to Gonzalez. Now here's Rhea. She'll play it forward, and the Huskies now will possess. That one goes off the side of the foot there of Lucia Gonzalez, and will be a throw-in for the Huskies.
And I think, SPA probably is just taking a breath here. To be down 2 goals 15 minutes in, that's a hole. And I think St. Anthony Village, I mean, they've had a number of shutouts throughout the year. The system they employ defensively is tough to break down. It's unusual with the sweeper stopper. As you spoke about, it really clogs the middle of the field, so you have to work the flanks. So they've given problems to a lot of teams through this season. And I think that this is what they need to do, is to find Ballinger and Danielson in attacking moments, in attacking spaces further up the field, rather than having her come back into the midfield to collect the ball. They need to keep her high and keep finding her. She's going to create great things.
Jude McGrath punting to midfield. It's headed by Lucia Gonzalez. Now controlled by the Huskies. Glazinski sending it long. Headed away there by Zhang, and now she'll chase it down. Spartans with possession. Briefly there, Elizabeth Tuttle losing the ball. Cardona getting it right back. Isaacson trying to get on the end of it, but Zhang defending well. It's funny that you talked about Cardona. You see these players all the time. The play looks random, but the ball always seems to end up on their feet. It's like a magnet, and Cardona has shown that today already.
And I think the fun thing is you want her on the ball as much as
Yes,
possible. So when you
by
find those
design.
players, yes,
Sure.
and
here's
same thing. I mean,
the other
Bollinger-
player, Bollinger
Yeah.
Danielson, same thing. It's like a magnet. She attacks on the left side, takes a shot to the near post. Gave McGrath, I think, a little more trouble than I would have guessed. But McGrath able to parry that one out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Spartans, but good offensive sign there for SPA.
And just as we spoke about, we find Bollinger Danielson in attacking spots. She's also going to take this corner. So here's a great opportunity for corners. I would expect SPA. They've worked on these. They know this. Coach Guinea knows this. They're going to have something, prepared as it looks like they're trying to find the top of the box and maybe knock it back down through. But all these teams have worked extensively on set pieces because they know the importance of that.
Get a handball called on SPA.
I love Bollinger Danielson. I love when she flies down that left side and then cuts in and rips one with the right foot. I've seen her do that throughout the season, find the back post. And as you said, it bounced, so it gives, there can be a rebound, just put it on frame.
Glazinski will take the free kick for the Huskies. It's Przybilla pulling it back and playing it to the near side. Halverson looking for, that's Maya Hansen. Little give and go, doesn't connect. Glazinski, now Przybilla for the Huskies. Trying to switch fields. Zhang there.
Oof.
She runs hard into Grace Vetter. They're going to call a foul on Zhang. Unintentional there, but a physical play nonetheless.
Yeah, Zhang's not big, but she's a beast in the back line. I've seen her defend a few times this season, and she's imposing against players that are much bigger than her. So part of being a great 1v1 defender is having a physical presence, and you see that from her. Here's
Ergiles
ball serve.
Fang
What a
putting it
great
into the
ball
penalty
served
area.
in. Oh, geez, the flick on
Just
was on,
cleared
wasn't
away.
it? Yeah. Love that service in behind the backs, and there were a number of players wide open running into the box from St. Anthony Village. So I don't know if that's a mismark from SPA's, but those players were free. They had an opportunity to even turn and hit it on goal there.
It's Lainey Cardona clearing that one for the Huskies. Here's Przybilla getting on the end of it. It's played back to Glazinski. Comes right back towards Glazinski, but Tuttle doing a nice job to win the ball back for SPA. Halverson again, kind of a problem for SPA here on the right side is Halverson defending well and now possessing for the Huskies.
Yeah, she's aggressive, right, and likes to get forward. You
Oh.
can see the little flick by
Little back
Cardona.
heel there.
Yeah.
Trying to win it back. That back heel not connecting, but certainly Cardona earning the right to play those kinds of balls with the type of success that she's had with those plays.
Yeah, it's fun to see creativity and confidence on the ball. And that's what's fun about the game of soccer. It takes all kinds of different players, but I think St. Anthony Village has found great complements to her in the center and the midfield. So you look at Przybilla, the importance of her, Glazinski, they've allowed for Cardona to be more creative and get forward and do some different things. So it's about finding the complements to those players.
Przybilla looking for Hansen. It's cleared out of bounds on the near side by Duell. And actually deflected off of, that was Anna Isaacson, number 12. Zhang up the middle to Tuttle. Nice play there to gain some space. Played to the near side. Cardona able to clear that one away. Brief chance there. Claire Ryan Bradley stepping in front, but unable to connect there on the far side.
And Tuttle has come into that attacking mid spot and immediately made an impact. She's turned out, she's found seams, aggressively gone forward. I really like they brought her into that spot. Sometimes she plays wide, but she's making a difference sitting right under Bollinger Danielson and finding seams. So I've liked her impact thus far in that position.
Natalia Garcia Santiago back in the match. She's going to head over to the right side now and play on the right flank.
Who else?
Here's Cardona with space in front of her, trying to
Oh,
take
what
on
a
a great
ball.
ball to the near side. Hansen tries to
And-
go far post, and a great save there by Lindsey Brown.
What a special ball through. I mean, with the right pace, the right angle, she just lays it on her foot, and the goalkeeper does well. Brown does well to just tip that. If somebody's on the back post, they're finishing that. But what a special ball through.
I would say also to be able to not only play that ball, but to see it. The player was pretty wide. Hansen was playing pretty wide there, and there were some options in the middle. And just, again, you mentioned a soccer-savvy player, Cardona, just playing a professional level ball to the near side. And Hansen doing well with it, but Brown making a nice save and able to keep this one a one-goal game.
That's a great way to put it, professional level. She has a professionalism about her
Yeah.
at a soccer level that's fun to watch. And I've heard that she's a fantastic futsal player, and I actually want to go see her.
Yeah.
that's how much I like watching her play. I want to go see her play futsal, and that's what it's all about, coming to watch these players. You go, shoot, I paid money to watch this kid play.
You
so-
you almost want to see her with less space.
You do,
because
and
she's so good.
Yeah, those tight angles. So that's funny, because when I've seen her play, that's what's going through my mind is, man, I want to see her at futsal.
Lucia Gonzalez, I think, earning a corner kick there as the ball rolling just to the right of the corner flag and over the end line.
I want to see if SPA can be a little bit more dangerous. I know before Ballinger Danielson inserted to the top of the box here, but I thought that wasn't dangerous. So I want to see if she can get in a little deeper, maybe a better service. You want to make this difficult for the goalkeeper. That is
This
a better
one
service.
more to the penalty
Yeah.
spot. It bounces around, pinballing around there, and now cleared away by Prisbilla.
That was better. She put a little bend on it.
Isaacson settling it nicely there and just trying to avoid the onslaught of the retreating players. Now it's cleared wide. That's Anna Abel, key part of that central defense for the Huskies. Throwing on the far side now for SPA. 15:40 on the clock here in the first half. Ball brought down by Gonzalez. A shot, actually Tuttle. Shot goes well wide.
She's good turning with the ball. She's turned out of pressure a couple times from that spot, and then it's dangerous looking there. Like we've said, I really liked Tuttle in that spot. I think she's created some dangerous opportunities and is a good complement to Ballinger Danielson sitting right underneath her in that gap.
Tuttle, like you mentioned, another ninth grader. Just such a young team. You wouldn't know their youth just by watching them play, which I think is a credit to them and this program. Here's Tuttle with some space. Can't quite turn. Now she does. Cuts it back. Again, calm on the ball there. And it'll be knocked out of bounds on the far side by Ergiles Vang. And they're going to say it's hard for us to tell, but it deflected off of Tuttle, so it'll be a throw in for St. Anthony.
I think one of the themes we've seen through all three levels of state championship games today is the youth movement. So if you talk to high school coaches, more and more of these young players, these freshmen, even some eighth graders, saw an eighth grader today in Sky Hummel coming through and impacting right away, starting, impacting the game. These young women are playing so much good soccer year-round in clubs, in futsal, everywhere. Really, freshmen, eighth graders, underclassmen are able to contribute earlier and earlier. And that's been a theme, really, this season. I've seen so many good underclassmen, but it's fun to see that for SPA because that means Coach Guinea is going to have some talent for years and really be able to build something there.
Saw a foul there on the far side. It was Lucia Gonzalez. I don't know if I saw the card come out. They did stop the clock, so it's possible there was a booking. It'll be a free kick at any rate for the Huskies. Well taken there. Here comes Garcia Santiago, poked away. Regained by Cardona, back to Lainey Cardona. Halverson loses it to Danielson. Bollinger Danielson trying to get to the end line, and it rolls over the end line. Halverson recovering nicely, as that certainly looked dangerous at the start. But it'll be a goal kick here for St. Anthony.
I think it's fun to see this, another theme, the sister movement. So many pairs of sisters playing together in high school soccer, and that's so fun because you can't do that in club. You're different ages. So we saw the Fragolas, who are actually twins for Edina, playing together. We saw the Harmos, an 8th grader, along with the senior, playing together for Rosemont. Now we see the Gonzalez sisters playing together in the midfield for SPA, and we see the Cardona sisters playing for St. Anthony Village. I mean, how fun is that to be able to play with your sister?
Yes.
I know some of them are twins, but I still think it's really fun, and there's more. Just a line of sisters, soccer families.
Tuttle again, but dispossessed by Argyle's Vang. Don't have confirmation here, but one of the subs is Lila Isaacson for St. Anthony, sharing the name of last name of Anna Isaacson, so possibly another sister duo here on cue. That ball doesn't quite connect there. Good idea. Played forward, but out of bounds by Meza. It'll be a throw in right at midfield for the Huskies. Abel knocking it long. It's headed away by Zhang, but picked up by Przybilla. Shot from distance goes just wide. Good mentality there to take that shot from the center of the field.
And that was fun. That was dipping. Just what you want from distance. You don't want one skying off. You want it actually dipping with a little bit of top spin, they would say. That's how you get a ball to dip. So you don't want back spin when you're shooting from distance. You want top spin so it dips in on the goalkeeper.
The ball kind of bouncing nicely for Przybilla off that touch and able to hit a good one, but wide of the frame.
I've been impressed with Przbilla's technical ability. She's a really good soccer player in that midfield. And again, there's been a great battle in there between SPA and St. Anthony Village's midfields.
Sierra Halverson throwing the ball in right at midfield. It's collected by Gist. Now played down the line. Here's Bollinger Danielson. She'll center just ahead of Tuttle.
Great
Good idea
commitment
there.
Oh, for Tuttle to get in the box on the back post, she's just a step away. And again, the vision by Bollinger Danielson. I mean, she served it before Tuttle was there. It's a wonderful ball served in. Again, at every level of Minnesota girls soccer, you're seeing the quality of soccer player.
Looks like they'll redo the throw in on the far side.
So 10 minutes left in the match, and I think we've seen action on both sides. You know, obviously you got the early PK for St. Anthony Village, but both teams have had chances. And SBA's had a couple really quality. The shot by Tuttle, Danielson cut one in, and then that back post ball right there.
Ball cleared away towards midfield by Abel. Zhang cleaning things up, sending it forward.
Obviously about middle of the half, you saw St. Anthony Village hit 2 posts with a great cross by Isaacson, and Przybilla flying in and hit off both posts, but not crossing the line. So they've had a couple chances as well. I think it's been very even thus far on chances.
American football, they call that a double doink, hitting both 2 different parts of metal there, and it's like we'll get a foul in kind of a dangerous area. We've seen this actually.
And you like this because Bollinger Danielson has some bend to her crosses. So I think when you can bend things, obviously it gets tougher to defend. So I hope she bends this a little bit in behind the backs. Nope, looks like they're going to shoot it.
That goes over the top of the net.
Just going to go for it.
Ballinger Danielson, I guess it would have been from the right side of the field yesterday, but from about that distance scored the tying goal from that same kind of angle, right close to the sideline. It was during the run of play. It wasn't a set play, but thought maybe she might take that one.
Yeah, from what I've seen, she loves to streak and dribble down that left side and then cut in on her right foot. So I've seen, and she does other things too, but I've seen her have a lot of success with that.
Garcia Santiago doing well to attack there just a bit ago. She'll play it back to Przybilla. It's headed on by Isaacson. It'll stay in bounds. Zhang will have to come over to defend, and she'll play it out of bounds on the far side. Good anticipation there, but Isaacson doing well to kind of flick it on to herself.
Yeah, I've liked Isaacson up there. She's been dangerous in that beautiful cross she sent it earlier. Yeah, she's been a handful.
Isaacson sending it into the box, headed by Cardona to the backside, but it's cleared away. Grace Vetter there. Here's Halverson, will send it right back in, and that'll bounce right to Lindsey Brown.
And as we say that, a good service comes in the box and Cardona decides to knock it down. That's a dangerous opportunity for St. Anthony Village.
Isaacson sending that ball, and it just looks so easy the way she can just send that ball into the box. This ball picked up by Przybilla. Here's Isaacson trying to play it back to the middle of Przybilla, but it's cleared away by Duell.
I've seen the St. Anthony team a few times throughout the year, and this is what I talk about with SPA too. You've seen their confidence build throughout the year, so they're playing with a swagger and a confidence, and you love it to see both teams playing with this level of confidence, especially in the attack, taking those kind of chances with Isaacson and Ballinger Danielson. Fun to see the women play with this kind of confidence.
Przybilla playing it forward. Here's Isaacson off of the SPA player's touch. Zhang with a nice defensive play. But Isaacson causing some trouble in the middle of the back line for SPA. It'll be a throw in taken here by Grace Vetter. Isaacson trying to play it back to her, and it's knocked out of bounds for another throw in. Halverson avoids Tuttle. Glazinski back to Halverson. Here's Przybilla. Vetter. Here's Przybilla getting it from Isaacson.
Soccer. Connecting there, 6-7 passes. They're starting to dominate a little bit, aren't they, St. Anthony Village? But look at this soccer.
Cardona.
You'd love to see him create a chance off this, and
Cardona
here comes Cardona.
with some space. Poked away there by Hazel McCarthy. Actually did quite well there, as it looked like Cardona was setting her up for one of her special moves, and McCarthy able to knock that one out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Huskies.
You don't often see players who get more composed when they get in the box. So when she gets in the box, she actually relaxes and gets more composed. Usually players get in the box, get more frantic, they get more tense.
Corner kick to the back post headed by Przybilla. Well-placed ball. Przybilla there going for the goal, and we talked about the one goal that St. Anthony scored in without a PK, just in the regular run of play, and it was a corner kick. Isaacson to Przybilla. Przybilla heading the ball back across the face of the goal instead of trying to score. This one maybe a little better scoring opportunity, but young players don't always do that. We were talking about that. They usually try to play that towards the goal, and that was such a savvy play that resulted in a goal by Garcia Santiago. And here comes Cardona attacking up the middle. Knocked away by Zhang, but she gives it right back to Cardona. That pass doesn't connect to Isaacson. It's cleared off of Isaacson and out of bounds for a goal kick.
I mean, This last 10 minutes for St. Anthony Village is a joy to watch. Look at them connect and how they combine, and they're creative. You just get a chance to see the kind of soccer they can play. Look at that flick. I mean, that is so fun. Just the level of soccer they can play.
Well defended there by Heidi Duell.
They're currently
like
just
Prisbilla.
dominating the midfield, aren't they? They're just dominating the center of the midfield. You see the numbers.
They win it right back there with Halverson. Cordona finding Garcia Santiago. That's knocked away. Gonzalez playing it forward, trying to get the ball to Bollinger Danielson, and she does. Bollinger Danielson now looking to split defenders. A third defender comes over. This is Gist with a long shot. Right on goal. Bobbled a bit there by McGrath, but no one in the area for the rebound. SPA attacking a bit there, and I'm sure trying to kind of stem the tide here until halftime. But the ball ends up on the foot of Cardona.
Yeah,
Garcia Santiago on the right side.
I think they are getting a tremendous amount of time to play on the ball. So you can see St. Anthony Village, I think the second half SPA is going to want to come out and limit their time on the ball, because when you give them time in the midfield like this on the ball, they're just playmaking. They're dribbling through you. So I think, I thought SPA for the first 20 minutes were able to limit the time, but now either they've gotten fatigued or just their pressure has dropped off. So the amount of time and space that St. Anthony Village has now in the midfield to play soccer, it's going to lead to dangerous chances. So I think if you're SPA, you're going to want to find a way to limit that.
See number 8 there, Juno Freitag in for St. Anthony on the near side. Here's Zhang. It's poked away by Isaacson. Isaacson with a shot, just wide, left-footed shot there, and it is a goal kick. That was well wide from where Isaacson took that one.
Yeah,
a little bit
it seemed
surprised.
like it deflected, didn't it? I thought it
That's
deflected, but I think we've heard from the crowd if they thought it deflected. The student section was closer than we are up here. But again, just a great flick. Isaacson getting another chance. They've created chances in bunches right now with 2 minutes left, and SPA is going to want to hold on here. They don't want to give up another goal. That just becomes a much bigger hole to dig out of in the second half, so they're hoping to hold on to it here.
Free kick. Deep to the left side of the field there. Bollinger Danielson there, but they're going to say it's off of Bollinger Danielson, and it'll be a throw-in for the Huskies. 1:30 on the clock here in the first half.
She never stops running, Bollinger Danielson. I mean, we're in the last, she's played the full half, the full 40. We're in the last minute, and you'll just see her continue to sprint. She sprints and then sprints again, and then she just never seems to tire. She gets stronger as the game goes on. I love that.
Zhang reading that play really nicely. Looked like Isaacson maybe with a break down the right side, but Zhang ending that chance. Also enjoy seeing that defensive side of the game as well, that anticipation of those special defenders. Throwing quickly taken. Here's Tuttle. Tuttle with some space. She'll cut it back. Now play it to the far side. Centered, but knocked away. Loose ball in the penalty area. Bollinger Danielson comes away with it. 30 seconds to play.
She's going to rip one. Yeah, you felt
Tries
it.
to shoot there, yeah.
That is her sweet spot right there. And they're not going to want to allow her, because she can absolutely bang them from there. So, and you can see, again, just her work rate this last minute. When some others have fallen off, you can just see her start to get stronger and stronger and stronger. She has a tremendous work rate.
Headed right back towards Bollinger Danielson. Still buzzing in the area. Now that's cleared out of bounds by Prisbilla as time will expire here in the first half. St. Anthony Village with the early penalty kick. I think the foul drawn by Isaacson, and Eileen Cordona converting the penalty kick just a minute 45 into the match, and that is all the scoring we have so far. So both teams now will head to the locker room and discuss what adjustments they may make, and we will also take a break here with them. We'll be back in about 9 minutes or so for all the action here in the second half. Again, you're watching the state Class A girls soccer championship here on NSPN.TV.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Join our team while supporting yours. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV, is looking for camera operators and broadcasters for our live game streams. The atmosphere of sporting events can't be beat. Be a part of the action with flexible scheduling and guaranteed game rate pay. If you're a student or adult looking for an opening into the world of sports media, or to just make a little extra cash, send us an email at jobs@nspn.tv. Welcome to the neighborhood.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
fast, and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
All right, we're back here at US Bank Stadium as we prepare for the second half of this Class A girls soccer state championship match. And Mickey, we're kind of talking about some of the things that both teams did well. What kind of adjustments do you see here, especially for SPA? They're trailing 1-0, kind of struggled near the end of the first half there. What kind of adjustments do you anticipate from the Spartans?
You know, I think the first thing I will address, I'm sure Coach Guinea will address this, but their defensive shape. So as the game wore on, they got more and more spread front to back. That space got bigger, and so they couldn't compact the space to defend 1v1, and that allowed a lot more possession for St. Anthony Village. So I would say, hey, listen, we've got to compact our space. So back to front, side to side when we want to defend and then expand. I think also you're looking to play into wide space a little bit more. When they were in wide flank space, they find success. St. Anthony Village, as we've talked about, is really good up the spine, both with seniors. They're also loaded up the spine just in their formation. So I would say, hey, can we find wide flank space and combine? I think then they'll find success. And they did with Bollinger Danielson and Tuttle a little bit. You found those moments. I think for St. Anthony Village, they've got to finish a couple of these opportunities. I mean, you're in these kind of games, you don't get that many opportunities. So the one that hit off both posts, you know, some of the ones they flicked on. So they're going to have to bury one in the back of the net. They've scored a lot of goals towards the end of their season. I think they can't take their foot off the pedal. They've got to get another one and maybe then another one, because SPA is so dangerous, and particularly on the counterattack with Bollinger Danielson. We see SP out on the field, but St. Anthony Village is still in the tunnel. But this has been a wonderful end for girls soccer, you know, the final game of the state tournament. Just what quality on the field. And you know, you and I talked about how this is fun to watch these girls play. You know, you love watching them play. I think that is the most exciting thing, is just the quality. Both teams having a lot of quality and new faces in the state final.
Just looking at the field here, it looks like SPA will bring on Natalie Weibel to start, a forward midfielder. So one change at least to the lineup. But St. Anthony doing well with their possession, but again, like you mentioned, it's just a one-goal game now, and with an incredibly dangerous offensive player in Bollinger Danielson that you're trying to defend. You definitely would like to see another goal at least for a little cushion, and really that double doink there, keeping SPA in the game. I think you could almost feel if that goes in, if this game may be out of reach already, but that kind of good fortune there for SPA, keeping the Spartans in this match. We are nearing the start here. You'll see SPA with the kickoff now. They've changed sides, so the Spartans in the all-blue uniforms attacking right to left, and that is the new player there, Natalie Weibel.
For the year, St. Anthony Village, 65 goals for, 15 against. So you can see, you know, they have scored quite a few goals, and honestly, 15 goals against is not much. You know, SPA, 48 goals, not as many, 28 goals against. So the quality for attacking, thus far in the season, you can see St. Anthony Village, that's a little bit more potent attack.
Here's Billa playing it forward to Isaacson. It's cleared by Zhang, and it'll be a deep throw in here for the Huskies. You mentioned just 15 goals allowed by St. Anthony Village, and just watching them play now, although there's a shot from distance that's tipped over the net there by Lindsey Brown. Well taken there by Przybilla. That was an electric chance there.
What a fantastic chance. He popped it up over the defender's foot, brought it down, and hammered it. That was a great save, and I tell you what, Przybilla is impressive on the ball. I've been very impressed with her today. I know her coaches speak very highly of her. I've watched a couple games, but this game she is really shining.
Watch her here on the back post on this corner kick. It's headed first, and now played towards the goal and in.
Goal.
That was Anna Abel coming forward there and kind of had a chance with the ball on her feet, and it kind of bounced around and up in the air, and she headed it in for the 2-goal lead now for St. Anthony Village.
What a fantastic serve from Isaacson again on the corner. We've talked about the importance of corners again early. Again, they come out in the first 2 minutes and hammer one home. They're heartbreaking, the St. Anthony Village team. So they come out, it bounces around. Abel's there. They just continue with the 50-50 ball. What an important goal. You said that before. The second goal is going to be critical, and it is important. Impressive.
Now quite a tall task ahead for SPA. Still a lot of soccer ahead of us, but now a 2-goal deficit, and maybe initially here just trying to keep it a 2-goal game. I always find, and of course lots of coaching experience on your end, but an early goal in the second half can be completely debilitating.
Heartbreaking is what I call it. But I have a lot of belief in this SPA team and their coach, Coach Guinea, but it's heartbreartting. It is.
You come out of the locker room, yeah.
It's just heartbreaking. Not to say the corner is created because of the fantastic opportunity by Przybilla. So I don't want to forget that in that entire play. So she pulled it, popped it up over someone's foot, brought it down, hammered one back post. The keeper made the save. But those are the kind of opportunities that create corners. And then you have to finish your corners. You got to be good defensively or attacking on set pieces, and particularly corners in the girls' high school soccer game.
Cleared away by Lainey Cordona. It's Heidi Duell up the middle. Duell getting forward now with some space. Tried to center that one, I believe. Didn't look like there were too many opportunities there. Would have liked to see Heidi Duell maybe take a crack there, but it rolls harmlessly to June McGrath.
In our second half, too, just want to give a shout out to our production crew and team that's been here all day. So our head producer, Mike Peterson, and assistant producer, Clive Campbell, who's a soccer man in himself. So thanks to them and this incredible production they pulled off today, because these are a lot of games. They still have one more. And look at this.
Halverson on the far side, taking the ball over, trying to connect with Isaacson. That's Duell. Stays in bounds. Now the Spartans possess to the far side.
That Halverson is, I think you've mentioned her on the outside. She's a spark plug up there on the left back, isn't she? She likes to get forward. She's athletic, quick.
It's a big part of the way they defend as well, to have a player like Halverson there on the outside, as like you mentioned, their formation really forces play to the outside, and to have a player like Halverson who's strong defensively but also can start the attack, very valuable for St. Anthony.
Yeah, and I think when you play three in the back the way they do, you have to be quick and fast to cover that amount of ground instead of playing the four. So having kids that athletic on the outside, especially on the left side, a lot of times you'll put your top defender on the left side because you figure their best attacker is right-footed. Unless you hear a scout otherwise, it's not unusual. Hopefully you have great backs on either side. But the left-sided back is always a central piece in any defensive scheme.
Sia Gonzalez drawing a foul, so bit
This
of a
is a
dangerous
great
spot
opportunity. Here we go. So they want to get one back. We always say get the first goal, right? Get the first goal. But here's an opportunity. It looks like Bollinger Danielson or Lucy Gonzalez is going to take this. Can they make this dangerous?
No two-pointers in soccer, one at a time here. It'll be Gonzalez, and that's wide. Well hit, though, but well wide of the goal to the right, and it'll be a goal kick for the Huskies.
And those are the ones you're going to want back. You're going to want back because as time winds down, those opportunities, they're golden. So you're going to want to at least put it on frame to make a save.
Goal kick cleared away now by Garcia Santiago. Picked up by Gonzalez, but now sent forward by Przybilla. Here's Zhang. Trying to connect with Tuttle. Tuttle chasing the ball down well, but there's Cordona again. And here's Halverson attacking with speed.
Yeah, you can just see how athletic she is on that outside. She's dynamic as soon as she gets on the ball. It's a different pace.
Cleared away by Duel. But that's Glazinski. She loses it to Tuttle.
What a great ball by Tuttle into Danielson. This could be a great opportunity.
And that shot goes well over the top of the goal. Looks like you mentioned, one of those opportunities that she'd like to have again.
Now we're going to start talking about execution as a coach. So you're going to get in those final third moments. Can you execute? So can you compose yourself and execute? What you're looking for is something on frame. Make the goalkeeper make the save.
Ergiles Fang takes the goal kick. It's popped in the air, and now Przybilla clears it briefly. Here's Zhang coming onto it. Nice play by Zhang. Center goes over Bollinger Danielson's head, and now cleared away on the far side. Halverson playing a lot higher, probably more of a midfielder, more of a midfielder there on the left side.
And I wonder if her and Santiago have switched.
It looks that way,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santiago playing up higher the first half, and Halverson behind her, and it looks like they may have switched. Maybe that's a tactic. They're both really good left-sided flank players. Maybe coach switches them at half.
Ball is deflected there by Grace Vetter, but it goes right to Lindsey Brown. Her punt will come across midfield. Bollinger Danielson, Cordona taking the ball over, still with it, avoiding pressure, finding some space. She'll try to play it to the near side, but that's intercepted by Lucia Gonzalez. Sent towards midfield.
Just how smooth she is running with the ball. So smooth. It's just fun to watch somebody that's smooth and comfortable on the ball, especially running at defenders.
Hansen trying to connect there with Cordona, who's knocked to the turf, slow to get up. Przybilla stepping on the ball there and getting some space, playing it back to Glazinski.
To their credit, you can see SPA trying to limit the time and space in the midfield now, can't you, with that defensive effort? So it's become much more difficult. You can see the hard tackles, the one we want defending.
Better centering for Przybilla, but well defended there by Zhang. Also very impressed with Zhang's one-on-one defending. It's kind of left on an island there at times, and she's done really well against some very dangerous players.
Yeah, we've talked about her the first half, but small in stature, but huge in heart. That's how I would define her defending, and you're correct. She's up against Isaacson, who's a horse of an athlete, I would say. She's strong and fast and athletic, and so Zhang has done a really good job defending.
Bollinger Danielson on the near side, defended well there by Ergiles Fang. I think they're going to say it went out of bounds here right at midfield. No, they're calling a foul here, so it'll be a free kick for Gonzalez and the Spartans.
Again, another great opportunity. 31 minutes left. It's a ton of time in soccer. As we've seen in our previous games, a ton of time. A minute is a ton of time, as we've seen in our previous games.
Headed away by Cordona, and it goes off of SPA. Halverson throwing it in right to Cordona's feet.
I mean, just Cordona just run with
going
the ball.
Through the defense right so easily, and Hansen or Isaacson almost getting around there.
Great tackle by Zhang. Just a final effort there, tackle. But she was in. If Zhang didn't tackle her there, Isaacson was straight in on goal.
Free tag starting the second half as well, and she's called for a foul there. Gonzalez, the recipient of that foul, and she'll stand on the ball for the free kick. Free kick headed away by Ergiles Vang. Centering pass cleared by Gonzalez, now popped in the air to the far side. Halverson, that explosive step, and it'll go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Really like the tactic of using her up higher on the field. She does create some issues and gets in on the weak side with her pace.
Goal kick sent right back. I believe that's Natalia Garcia Santiago. So I'm just getting confused at which one's playing midfield and which one's in the back. They might have switched back again. Halverson and Garcia Santiago, as now it looks like Garcia Santiago is playing more of the midfield position. And as I say that, they switch positions again. So maybe we'll just let that lie for now. Another goal kick, or they'll make her retake the goal kick here. Lindsey Brown on the ball. Bollinger Danielson can't control there at midfield. It'll be a throw in for the Huskies. Halverson, Cordona goes right to Bollinger Danielson. Maria Gonzalez. Zhang will send it across midfield. Cordona across midfield for the Huskies. Kosinski loses it. Tuttle and Cordona stepping in front of that one. Isaacson to Cordona off her back heel there and cleared far out of bounds on the far side by Gonzalez, Lucia Gonzalez.
One thing you also like about Cordona is her creativity and her movement off the ball. And you have to credit her coaches, Coach Sue and Paul Polinsky. I think they are allowing her that kind of creative freedom. You love to see that. It's not mechanical. You know, when you watch St. Anthony Village play, there's a lot of creativity in their movement, a lot of interchanging. You can tell their coaches give them a lot of freedom to make decisions on their own on the field about their movement off the ball, and I love that. That's fun to see from a coach, to trust the young women to make that. I think that helps their development in the game because they start to think the game rather than somebody telling them this and this and this is where you have to move. So I think it's fun for me as a coach to watch that level of creativity be allowed from a player on the field. It's a testament really to their coaching.
Kosinski sending it to the far side. Halverson there. Tuttle will take it over. Tuttle avoiding Halverson nicely. Centers. And now here's Gist. Gist up the middle, but her pass doesn't connect. Garcia Santiago there. Cordona, nice one-touch pass back to Glazinski. Her pass, Glazinski's pass, is intercepted by Weibel.
They're certainly
go the other
defending
way.
harder in the midfield, SPA.
Bollinger Danielson centers to the back post.
And that all started from just better defending from SPA in the midfield. So I do think Coach Guinea has told them, listen, we got to defend harder in the midfield. We got to win balls in there to get forward. We can't allow them the time and space to set play. So you saw that they won it immediately in the midfield, put pressure on St. Anthony Village, and then we're able to go forward. When you put pressure on the midfield, then you win the ball higher up the field. So you get opportunities straight at goal.
The new player, Natalie Weibel, winning the ball on that previous possession there, and she'll come out of the game. Hazel McCarthy will return for the Spartans. Isaacson, bit of a heavy touch there. It's not kept in bounds. Thrown in quickly by Ryan Bradley. Here's Bollinger Danielson, several defenders.
So fun on
Plays
the
it
ball.
back to Ryan Bradley.
She's another
Here's
player
Bollinger,
that just loves to get the ball in the box.
Danielson, and it's knocked away by Glazinski. And it sure looked like that would have been a corner kick.
We must have missed something there.
Well, we are a few hundred feet away, and
It must have double deflected,
it
but I
must have
thought
been
for
some-
sure
yeah,
that was a
the way
corner.
the ball played. It looked
Yeah.
like it just went straight out. So at any rate, it is a goal kick for the Huskies.
The coaches aren't protesting, so we sure
Right.
certainly won't, because they're closer to the field than we are up here. But we have a
Isaacson.
great view.
Kaczynski will send it right back. Now here's Cardona, finds Isaacson. Looking for Cardona again. Zhang defending. Cardona gets back on her foot, looking for Halverson on the far side. Przybilla stepping on the ball there. Will play it to the near side. Ergiles Vang will send it first touch into the penalty area.
They're trying to find. They are trying to find the back post. You can see that's a tactic with Halverson out there now. You can see the team really trying to find the weak side and the back post ball over to Halverson.
Maria Gonzalez to McCarthy. Lucia Gonzalez down the line, but it rolls out of bounds. It's Claire Ryan Bradley with that run. 24:30 on the clock here. Here's Claire Ryan Bradley. She gets it through Cardona. A bit of a break here and a heavy
What a
touch.
save!
Just on that touch, probably a bit of an accidental tap forward, but great aggressive goalkeeping by June McGrath.
Yeah, she came off her line, brave off her line, and we've talked about that much with the girls' high school state tournament here today. We've had a number of keepers, fantastic keepers, so brave off their line. With Jordan Heck in the 3A game and Chloe Sandness in the 2A game, it's really made a difference in the play, just the quality of goalkeeping.
Collision there with Lucia Gonzalez and Isaacson. Isaacson still walking it off here. Thrown by McCarthy. Popped in the air by Gonzalez. Headed by Ergiles Vang.
Good turn
Now here's
by Isaacson. See how she's
Isaacson.
trying to find that back post ball? You can
Yep.
see him looking for
Yep.
Halverson. They
And-
haven't connected on it yet.
That's definitely what they're looking to do. Here's Lucia Gonzalez. Good through ball there to Brooks Danielson, and it's a goal. Bollinger Danielson getting the goal. An excellent kind of a seeing eye ball there that was sent through the middle. And SPA gets exactly what they need as Sawyer Bollinger Danielson finds the back of the net. It's a 2-1 game.
This is huge, huge goal, and just what SPA needed. You know, they've gone down 2-0, haven't found the back of the net, and who else but Bollinger Danielson gets the ball on the right side of the box and hammers one home to the back post. And I love how she, even though the clock stops, she grabs the ball and runs back to half field. I love when players do that because it sends a message to your team. Like, let's go. Bollinger Danielson is special because her quality as a soccer player, but also her mentality. Like I said, she just never stops sprinting, never stops competing. So I think whatever happens today, it's gonna have to start with her, isn't it? Such an important part of this team, and we've got a ball game now. 2-1 is a totally different game than 2-0, and they had been lulled to sleep a little bit, SPA, with St. Anthony Village's quality and their possession, as you're seeing here, but now this is a game.
Mentioned the Spartans kind of knowing where Bollinger Danielson is at all times and will just kind of play it over there. That's a perfect example there. Really, again, wasn't a ball that you would necessarily see. It was played perfectly and without hesitation, and Bollinger Danielson doing what she does so well, putting the ball in the back of the net.
Also,
and keeping the Spartans alive here.
it also looks like they've moved 2 up top. You know, it's hard to say, but certainly Bradley has gone further up the field to be along with Danielson this half. Whether that's moving to a 2 front or they're just told her to get up higher. We've talked about Bollinger Danielson being a little bit isolated that first half. This half, she's got some more players up higher, and this is a great ball in.
Isaacson sending it through, and I thought I heard a whistle. It's half the players are walking and looking, and the other half still playing, so I'm not exactly sure what the call is. They'll stop the clock and figure this one out.
Was she offside originally?
I didn't see the signal
Flag.
from the linesman, but
Certainly
possibly.
everybody stopped.
See where at least they put the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, that's what it is.
Still some confusion. I don't. He wants the ball here, so I'm not sure this was.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I've never seen the
I
referee
think
just
he's
pick
just
up
going
the
to
ball.
drop it.
Yeah, so I don't know what that call
Yeah.
is then.
It may be just out of the confusion, he's just dropping the ball here. There
Yes.
is, I mean, it's a huge stadium, lots of noise.
Yeah,
so
sure.
but there was a number of players. It wasn't just one player confused,
Yeah.
a number of players confused on that one. Here we go.
Long
I think
ball
this ball may
played.
drop in. But you can see now the tactics may have changed for Coach Guinea. So she is it looks like they're playing a two front, which puts a little bit more pressure on the backs from St. Anthony Village. And I think it's smart to do that when you're down 2 goals. So now here we go, 21 minutes to go for SPA. It'll be interesting to see what can happen in these 20 minutes and if they can create some more opportunities, a little bit more possession. If not possession, then can they play direct then into Ballinger Danielson? Here she is.
More fresh legs into the game for the Spartans. Sonia Carbanda seeing her first action today here midway through the second half. Probably another adjustment that the Spartans are making, bringing some fresh legs here in the second half. I was going to say well defended there by Duel, but she is called for the foul on Prisbilla.
Their 1v1 defending for SPA has been better, no question. I mean, that's a foul there, but they've certainly engaged more physically. They've engaged, put more pressure on the ball, and I think that has helped deny St. Anthony Village some of that space they had the first half.
Ball played to the far side, knocked away by the Spartans. Ballinger Danielson will send it towards midfield, and it's sent right back by Garcia Santiago. Isaacson getting on the end of that one. Didn't look like she had much of a chance, and it's offsides. I've noticed Isaacson taking her time getting back after certain plays there, and this is another example of it, is she just was a little slow in getting back on side.
Yeah, I missed that one. I missed that offside call.
Ballinger Danielson sending a ball down on right on the red line there. The markings for this field are the red lines for soccer, and kicked out of bounds for a throw in for SPA.
So I think St. Anthony Village now has to, together as a unit, bring back that intensity, bring back that team cohesion, bring back that mentality they've had for so long this game. Because as we've learned from some of these other games, if you fall asleep for a moment, the game is tied. So they have certainly dominated play for long stretches, but the game is still 2-1. The team who puts it in the back of the net the most wins. So I think they have to be a little careful here with their mentality and start to gain possession. Here we go
Nice
with
give and go
Halverson.
there, Halverson.
Man, she is dangerous. Really like her in these
Halverson into the
attacking
middle.
spots. And she's going to take a look.
Shot taken there, well taken, but over the goal and a bit wide. So it'll be a goal kick for Lindsey Brown and the Spartans.
In the same breath, I think it'd be important for St. Paul Academy to get more numbers forward. 18 minutes to go. You need to create more opportunities, and I think that starts with getting numbers forward. And you can see it. They're starting to get their wide players forward. I think get the attacking mid with Tuttle forward. But I think it's critical for them to start to get forward out of this 4-4-2 and maybe get their back line up a little bit to squeeze the space. Here comes Danielson.
See Zhang chesting that ball down and immediately playing it towards Ballinger Danielson. It's cleared away, but now Gonzalez on the far side. Long ball cleared away by Lainey Cordona.
And you can see why Cordona sits in that.
Tuttle with some space in front of her. And Cordona, I think, just getting a bit of a touch or a bump there to knock that one back to her sister Lainey Cordona. And they're going to call, I think, another foul here on Heidi Duel.
Interesting.
Right at midfield, Isaacson drawing that foul.
Interesting. So 17 minutes left. I think the game is starting to get wide open a little bit, isn't it? You can see St. Paul Academy starting to throw some more numbers forward, some more risks, a little bit more chaotic. You can start to feel the tension, and this is a heck of a
Brisbilla
ball.
gets through, shot and a goal.
What a wonderful goal. Oh my goodness, fantastic goal by Brisbilla.
You can see that free kick coming in, and as soon as the ball was kicked, Brisbilla released, and she was able to get in behind the defense, that ball bouncing through, and she does well with that chance as well, putting the shot into the left side of the goal, avoiding Lindsey Brown for a 3-1 St. Anthony Village lead.
We've talked about how St. Anthony Village has scored goals in bunches towards the end of their season. You know, in Esco they scored 4 goals, Providence 4 goals. So you see their attacking ability, and they didn't stop there. But to note, every goal has come off a set piece. So the PK, the corner, and now the set piece. So we talk about the importance, and for St. Anthony Village, that could mean the difference in a state championship title, just their execution on set pieces.
I believe that free kick was played by Lillian Ergiles-Vang,
Number 20.
who should get the assist there. Perfect ball, and again, a great break on that play with Brisbilla releasing immediately and earning that chance. Spartans with some work to do here again, trying to attack on the right side, but it's cleared out of bounds by Abel. Unlikely goal scorer for the Huskies, throwing quickly taken.
I was surprised how wide open Brisbilla was on the back post, to be honest. When she cleared that line, I mean, she was wide open, took a touch. So I don't know if there was a mismark, because Brisbilla's always dangerous, so I'm sure they're watching her. But somehow she got completely wide open on the back post on that service.
She released and nobody went with her, and she was all by herself there on the back post, and Brisbilla earning, I believe, a corner kick here for the Huskies. 15:35 remaining here. Huskies in no hurry. Isaacson just walking here, and certainly a must-defend situation here for SPA. They can't let this get any further out of hand. Ball comes towards the penalty spot, headed away. Sent right back in by Ergiles-Vang. Cardona plays it wide for Isaacson, and she is offsides. See that vision, though. But again, Isaacson
very close
not
there.
Getting
very close call, I think. But a beautiful ball by Cardona. Very close call. Might have been a lean.
Brisbilla sending that one right back where it came from. Duel up the middle, played wide to Carbanda. Carbanda to Tuttle. Tuttle with some space now, trying to get around Cardona. Cardona with the slide tackle. They're going to call a foul there and actually bring out the yellow card, I think. I think I see, and she'll come off the field from here, and we're quite a ways away. It sure looked like a clean tackle.
I didn't see that either.
He has a better angle, but I don't know how either. Maybe it's a foul, but it's definitely not a card in that situation. I don't understand the yellow card.
You know, we talk about control the controllables, and I think that's important. Yeah. So Cardona Senior, she's seen this before. She's just going to come back in the game. I don't think she's not a player that was going to let that impact her at all, but an interesting call. I certainly thought it was a very fair tackle. But again, I mean, these are the things that the official sees, and it's control the controllables.
Ball put just over the goal there.
You can see the importance of that call, though, because if that goes in the back of the net, changes the game. So, again, set pieces, 14 minutes. It'll be interesting to see when they get Cardona back in the game. But you know what I love is she's on the sideline coaching. I feel like coaching is in her future. She does it on the field. You just love to see that. It's unique. I think you see players encourage one another on the field, but it's unique to know a player with a soccer IQ to actually become a coach on the field at this age.
Right.
At the college age, certainly once you get junior and senior year, they're such seasoned vets, and they're old women. They are coaching one another, but I love to see it. I would like more of that, more of the players with soccer savvy, learning the game, watching the game, that they're able to coach one another. I think also the game of soccer is wonderful because it's not all set plays. It's not like football. It's not like basketball where things can be rigid and sometimes dictated by the coach. I love the game of soccer because it was a player's game. The coach gets one opportunity to stop, and a lot of times we ignore what the coach is yelling on his field anyway. So I loved that it was freedom. On this field, you get to do whatever you want, and I give a lot of credit to St. Anthony Village and the freedom they've allowed Cardona to develop. There's many coaches that wouldn't allow her that kind of freedom. They've tried to put her in a box, dictate her play, don't try creative things because you're going to lose possession. But I give them a lot of credit because I love to see the freedom because I think that means development. And in this country, we need to develop more female soccer players like that, not less.
Absolutely. That creative mind, so difficult to develop, so easy to, like you said, put in a box.
There you go. It's well said. But I think it's unique, and I think we should look at how she developed
turn there by
yeah.
Bollinger Danielson. Sorry.
She's not done. She's never done. That's what I love about Bollinger Danielson. She's never done.
Well defended there as well, and Spartans will pick up the loose ball at midfield. Here's Zhang with 12:30 remaining. Long pass finds Lucia Gonzalez. She'll turn and have a go.
Yeah.
Right on goal, and a save
And you
made
don't
by
mind
June
it.
McGrath.
Again, she had to make the save. Make her make the save. I think that's great to see, and I think SPA is going to have to create more of those opportunities. Maybe it's going to 4 in the back or a 3 in the back. Sorry, maybe it's they're going to have to make a change here. I think this is the time. You get 12 minutes left. You probably throw more numbers forward. Go to 3 in the back. Try to find a way. Again, this is your last opportunity for a state title. I can't tell you how hard it is to get here. They had to knock off Minnehaha. They had to win in PKs versus Breck. These kind of moments don't come every year for most programs. So in these last 12 minutes, you want to throw everything you've got for this opportunity, everything forward, and especially for the seniors in your program.
Giles Vang sends it towards the top of the box. It's headed away. Poked forward by Gonzalez, but controlled by the Spartans. Played down the line. I think Halverson there doing kind of a kung fu move there, getting in the air and knocking that ball out of bounds. Throw in comes right to Claire Ryan Bradley. She's knocked to the turf. No foul called by Anna Abel. Somehow Bollinger Danielson getting open in the penalty area. She earns a corner kick.
Great at a great chance, and you got to love there's no quit in her. You kind of love her mentality, don't you? So down 3-1, she's always trying to find a moment, always trying to find an opportunity. Those are such important leaders. She's only a sophomore.
To the penalty spot, headed right on and in the goal.
It is. It's in. Wow,
this
that's
game
fantastic.
is not over. I believe I'd like to see that one again. Headed in, I think, by Gonzalez.
I thought so too. I thought it bounced in
by Lucia Gonzalez, I think. We can take a look here. Maybe if you wouldn't mind taking a look behind us and watching who that goes in. Might have been Maria Gonzalez.
Yep, Maria Gonzalez. It goes through comes off her head, and then the senior Gonzalez, the older Gonzalez, goes off her head and into the back of the net. Looked like it deflected off the goalkeeper as well. So service from Bollinger Danielson, assist for her. And like we said, she created the opportunity in the box as well. So creating those corners, 3-2, we certainly have a game. So 10 minutes left to play.
Gonzalez winning it back. It's played across midfield. Abel clearing. It pops in the air. Now brought down by Grace Vetter. Trying to keep it in bounds. Zhang will play it out. 10-10 here to play in the Class A championship game.
This is going to be a really fun last 10 minutes. That goal changes a lot of things. It's going to be a fun last 10 minutes here.
So Cardona, Halverson avoiding Danielson, Bollinger Danielson. Loose ball, Gonzalez coming over. Again, Halverson sending it right back. Gist, it's poked away from her, but now Lucia Gonzalez playing it forward to Ryan Bradley, and now it's cleared to midfield. Klaczynski winning it back, and will play it down the line.
The
Duel.
crowd starting to get into it. Obviously 9 minutes left. Both these programs with so much to play for. As we spoke before, just a great opportunity for both these programs to bring home a state title.
Neither team has won the girls soccer state championship. SPA making the 2004 championship game, losing to Matamidi in the Class A final. That was a two-class tournament back then. So Lucia Gonzalez with some space. Gonzalez, and her shot is deflected away by Cardona. Bollinger Danielson with another opportunity there that goes just wide. Cardona, this time defensively, was Eileen Cardona making that defensive play there, and we've
Looks
seen
like Halverson is down with the injury here. Number 4, Halverson. Not
looks
sure
like
if that's a cramp or something more severe.
something. She's been so active today, but we've seen.
But it is a good opportunity for her coach, Genny, and the coaches to get their teams together and organize for these last 8 minutes. You don't usually get this opportunity in the last 8 minutes.
You can
so
see
it's
them
stop
running
play,
over.
yeah, and they can give them a last few seconds.
Right.
Sometimes used in a tactic at the higher level games.
8.5 minutes to play.
As you'll see.
I have a quick ad that I'll just throw in here as we prepare. ETS Performance is an elite sport performance training facility that provides cutting-edge strength, speed, movement, mastery, and injury prevention training for athletes of all sports, ages 8 and over. ETS's unique training methods and systems help athletes enhance performance, build character, and improve lifestyles for both athletics and life. Visit etsperformance.com/NSPN for more information. Halverson still down on the far side of the field.
The amount of tight matches we've had today in the Minnesota Soccer Tournament is unbelievable. I mean, the action, this is phenomenal. So we started off, we talked about the 3 at 8 a.m. Obviously our producers, Mike Peterson, Clive Campbell here early in the morning setting things up for us. We get a great production today, but the action has been insane. So Rosemont winning 1-0 over Edina in such a tight match. The second game is Wayzata comes back 2-2 to tie things against Woodbury in the final seconds of regulation time, and then finds the game winner in overtime that's the 3A boys champ Wayzata. Next 2A girls game, Holy Angels and Matamidi are tied 2-2 through regulation. Holy Angels goes to the 8th shooter to win their first state title since 2003. Previous to this game, De La Salle and Hill Murray. Hill Murray is up in the last minute, 2-1. De La Salle comes back and ties it, and De La Salle wins on PK in a PK shootout and 5 shooters. They win their first state title for boys, and now here we have a 3-2 battle with 8 minutes left. So all the action you could hope. This is exactly what you're looking for, is just intense competitive battles across the board, and really what you're hoping for in your finals. I think going to the 3-class system in soccer has been such a wild success because you see so many close matches.
You could see, unfortunately, Sierra Halverson being carried off the field. Most likely her day is done. We play on here, 8.5 minutes to play. Julia Colbert coming into the match for SPA, again getting fresh legs in the midfield. Cardona knocking that one out of bounds on the far side.
With 8 minutes to play, I mean, you expect your seniors on the field, and they have a lot of them at St. Anthony Village to organize, right? You expect them to kind of organize things, kill the game. You know, they know what to do in these moments to provide leadership so that you stay composed and make good decisions on the ball. For St. Paul Academy, they have nothing to lose at this point. They're looking to throw numbers and balls forward. The more dangerous, the better. And you can see this, just throwing balls into the box. I think finding Bollinger and Danielson, good things always happen when they find her feet. And it looks like they have 3 forwards up top, so they certainly push more numbers forward into the attack with Tuttle.
Tuttle there, and they're going to call a foul on Tuttle as she knocked Argyle's Fang to the turf.
So they have Tuttle, the freshman, Bradley, the freshman, and Bollinger Danielson, the sophomore, up top there for SPA. The youth movement up top to try to win the game. A lot of good young players here for St. Paul Academy. That speaks well to their future. Weird bounce in the box.
Cleared away there by Duel.
And it looks like...
Now here's Gonzalez with some space, trying to get it wide to Bollinger Danielson, and it's knocked out of bounds. Well defended.
So they brought back,
by
it looks
Prisbilla.
like St. Anthony Village has brought back Prisbilla to mark up on Bollinger Danielson, which I think is a really smart move. So you'll watch that matchup. But Prisbilla is such a quality player. They're trying to match up with Bollinger Danielson to not allow her any space or time. You see the man mark there.
Headed across midfield by Zhang. Here's Gist trying to get around Cardona. Bollinger Danielson
still coming back and gets
coming
it.
back. Now
So
with speed and
dangerous.
space in front of her, Isaacson tries to defend there, gets a piece of it, and then she's knocked to the turf
Play
by
on.
Glazinski.
Yeah, play on. But good ball winning here in the middle from Gist.
Gist, I believe, hit the official with her pass, so they'll stop play and do, I think, well, usually it's
no,
a
it's a
drop
foul.
ball.
Yeah,
oh, they
foul. Yep.
called a foul there, okay.
Yep, in the midfield. Yep, Glazinski or Isaacson, I think, came back.
Mesa.
So they brought back Isaacson to defend too. I like how St. Anthony Village has adjusted here. Also like how SPA has adjusted. The coach is working to get their best players back defending.
Argyle's Vang defending there, and now Glazinski playing it out of bounds on the near side with 5.5 minutes to play in the second half. SPA looking to find the equalizer here. Lindsey Brown. Send this one high in the air towards midfield.
5 minutes left, so much to play for here.
Cardona winning it, but it's played to the outside, just kept in bounds by Meza. Now Cardona finding it again. Her pass up the middle was short, but she draws the foul.
And she just lifts up her hands and says, I don't know what the call is.
Yeah.
Remember, she got the foul and the yellow card earlier, so you kind of like her composure and just her approach to the game.
Glazinski on the ball here, close to where the previous goal was originated from, and
Yeah, I don't know
Well
about serving
defended
that in
there
the
by
box.
Duel.
I might want to try just to find feet there and bring it to a corner, because now the counterattack is on with Danielson, Bollinger Danielson, and it's so dangerous. I think it might have been better just to find maybe Cardona's feet or Przinski's feet and have them dribble to a corner there.
some more subs as Maya Hansen returns for the Huskies, and we'll see Maria Gonzalez and Ivy Rea back in the match for SPA with 4:17 to play. Clock stops on that substitution. Throw in comes across midfield. Brought down by Duel. Will be a throw in for SPA. Lucia Gonzalez. It's kept in bounds. Now it goes out. I think it deflected off of Gonzalez. Well done there by Natalia Garcia Santiago. She's done a great job on the left side. duel.
These last minutes have provided so much drama today in the high school state tournament. So many goals in the last minute. Interesting.
Hansen knocking Gist to the ground there.
And again, this is a dangerous, I wouldn't rush this. This is a dangerous opportunity. Let your players get in the box.
It's Meza taking the free kick. Now it's cleared. Looks like it'll be kept in bounds by Tuttle. Nicely done there. She'll get it cross in towards the penalty spot. It's headed away. Brought down by Gonzalez. Here's Maria Gonzalez. Plays it wide for Rhea. Doesn't quite connect there. It'll be a throw in deep in their own territory for the Huskies.
And so with 3 minutes left, St. Anthony Village wants to be really smart with the ball, and SPA wants to throw numbers and the ball into the box.
Hansen will play it out of bounds.
Here's Bollinger Danielson trying to get opportunities in the
throw.
box these last minutes.
Maria Gonzalez back to Bollinger Danielson. Cordona there gets in the way, Eileen Cordona, and she'll clear it to the far side. It'll roll out of bounds, so it'll stay with SPA. Throwing quickly taken. Bollinger Danielson making that coast-to-coast run.
And SPA is where they want to be. They're in the final third here with opportunities. Whoa.
Scary shot there.
Yeah, this is exactly where they want to be for opportunities. Locked into the final third of St. Anthony Village in the final minutes. Great shot again, just trying to put that on frame. Those are the differences, the execution in the final third on those chances. That's the difference between a win and a loss.
Maria Gonzalez chesting it down. It's deflected away and out of bounds. Will be an SPA throw-in with 1:45 remaining.
Crowd starting to get into it. So exciting.
Throwing down the line, Isaacson again defending, sending it across midfield. Here's Zhang to the middle, Lucia Gonzalez. Trying to get it to Tuttle. Looks like they kind of got their wires crossed a bit. It'll be a throw-in now. Again, the Huskies, actually a goal kick. Huskies in no hurry here. The referee trying to get them to play.
And I think St. Anne Village should organize themselves here. Don't get countered on this ball-winning opportunity. Try to find distance. There you go. They want to find corners, so take time to organize yourself if you're trying to kill the game. But here we go, SPA
Tuttle
getting another opportunity in the
centering,
final third with who else? Danielson.
Bollinger Danielson
So
in the middle
dangerous.
of the field. Now
Exactly
it goes wide.
what you want. 1 minute to go and a service in the box.
Gonzalez and
Then she's had a few of those opportunities, hasn't she, today? She's going to want those ones back if they don't tie it up here.
she couldn't quite get around that one enough, and it goes out of bounds for a goal kick with 46 seconds. They do stop the clock as here's Halverson. We saw her carried off the field,
And she's
and
back
she
in.
comes back on, the senior, I guess, wanting
Good to
to
see
be
that.
on
There
the
you
field.
go.
Looks like she's moving normally here, so it's great to see her back. Ball will sail over her head and across midfield. Here's Zhang. The far side there for Gonzalez. Meza.
Already made an impact there, Halverson. But here's Bollinger
Priscilla.
Danielson, who's marked by Priscilla. I think that's the perfect matchup for St. Anthony. I thought it was a smart matchup.
Athlete for athlete, another chance there for Gonzalez. And that one, a tough one to handle, but certainly, like you said, she'd love to have some of these back as we count down now. St. Anthony Village about to win their first state championship in girls soccer.
Wow. What a great season for St. Anthony Village, just showing how important it is to develop throughout the season. I think the quality of their play towards the end of the season speaks to the development of the players and the coaches. They've just played tremendously through the section and through the state. I think they have some really special qualities. They're a creative team. They're an attacking team. They've locked down defensively and defended hard as a team, but congratulations on their first state title. What a special feeling. And then for SPA, another great season, right? They've turned things around by knocking off Minnehaha after the two losses to them earlier in the season. And Coach Guinea certainly has some young players and a bright future for St. Paul Academy.
These two groups of fans here will stay in their seats as both schools are playing in the Class A boys state final. Unusual to see that, but what a wonderful place to be if you're either certainly if you're a soccer fan at either of these two schools, to play back-to-back state championship games here at US Bank Stadium. And again,
I don't know if that's ever happened. I mean, I really don't. You know, it'd be interesting to look at the history, but isn't that fun that they get to
have
stay and
both
watch?
teams,
Yeah, double headers with their teams.
I know there were last year. Rosemont had both teams, and Mounds View had both teams, but I don't know if I don't think those were both the finalists, but they were both in the state tournament. But to have both make the final, and I would even say, in the bigger classes, it almost makes more sense. The smaller classes, it's kind of
very unique.
Wide open, and to have both schools make it is really great. Of course, the SPA boys program, maybe the most storied boys soccer program in the state, with several state championships, national team players, of course, with that program led by the legendary Buzz Lagos. But it's all about St. Anthony's girls team here, as they are soon to hoist the state championship trophy. We're going to go to the PA announcer as they will announce both the Class A girls state tournament team, the all-tournament team, and also each player will be introduced as they receive their medals.
These student participants have distinguished themselves by their excellence, leadership, team commitment, and exceptional sportsmanship. Presenting the all-tournament trophies on behalf of Wells Fargo are Minnesota State High School League board member Gina Lilleberg and Phil Archer, soccer tournament director and associate director for the Minnesota State High School League. Now, let's meet the 2022 Class A Wells Fargo all-tournament team. From St. Cloud Cathedral, Emily Schopp. From Rochester Lourdes, Bryn Billmeyer. From Esco, Gwendolyn Lilly. St. Charles, Samantha Perez. Providence Academy, Tatum Janovich. Providence Academy, Madden Greenway. Breck B. Kern. Breck, Georgia Lewin Mills. St. Anthony Village, Eileen Cordona. St. Anthony Village, Megan Prisbilla. St. Anthony Village, Anna Isaacson. St. Anthony Village, Sierra Halverson. St. Paul Academy, Sawyer Bollinger Danielson. St. Paul Academy, Elizabeth Tuttle. St. Paul Academy, Annie Zhang. And St. Paul Academy, Andrea Gist.
Zhang is good.
Congratulations to the 2022 Class A Wells Fargo All-Tournament team. And now, let's meet and congratulate our second and first place tournament winners. Presenting the awards, our Minnesota State High School League board member Gina Lilleberg and Phil Archer, soccer tournament director and associate director of the Minnesota State High School League. Silver medals and the second place trophy are awarded to St. Paul Academy and Summit School. The silver medals will now be presented to each member of the team. Please step forward to accept your medal as your name is announced. Number 2, Ivy Rea. Number 3, Julia Colbert. Number 5, Eva Lutkin. Number 6, Sonia John. Number 7, Sawyer Ballinger Danielson. Number 8, Mary Eva Gonzalez. Number 9, Ella Bond. Number 10, Andrea Gist. Number 11, Heidi Duell. Number 12, Claire Ryan Bradley. Number 13, Sonia Carbanda. Number 14, Natalie Weibel. Number 16, Annie Zhang. Number 17, Hazel McCarthy. Number 18, Aurelia Meza. Number 19, Lucia Gonzalez. Number 20, Elizabeth Tuttle. Number 23, Madeline Fisher. Number 97, Annika Lilligard. Number 98, Lindsey Brown. Student Manager, Greta Magnuson. The team is coached by assistant coach Lisa Bauer. And the head coach of the Spartans, Aileen Guiney. And now, will the captains of the Spartans please come forward to accept your second place trophy? Congratulations. The 2022 Minnesota State High School Class A girls soccer champion are the St. Anthony Village Huskies. Each member of the official squad receives a gold medal. The gold medals will now be presented to each team member. Please step forward to accept your medal as your name is announced. Number 1, Jalen Hansen. Number 1, June McGrath. Number 2, Nayeli Loja. Number 4, Sierra Halverson. Number 5, Grace Vetter. Number 7, Stephen Connolly. Number 8, Juno Freitag. Number 9, Lila Isaacson. Number 10, Megan Prisbilla. Number 11, Lainey Cardona. Number 12, Anna Isaacson. Number 14, Anna D'Souza. Number 15, Greta Glazinski. Number 16, Maya Hansen. Number 17, Danae Kerber. Number 18, Eileen Cardona. Number 19, Casey Lazinski. Number 20, Lillian Ergilis Vang. Number 21, Sophia Morocco. Number 23, Anna Abel. Number 24, Natalia Garcia Santiago. Number 26, Chloe Wendell. Student Manager, Tegan Rodkovich. The Huskies are coached by assistants Shelby Ewing, assistant coach Grace Pavlishian, and co-head coaches Sue Pavlishian and Paul Pavlishian. And now, will the captains of the Huskies please come forward to accept the championship trophy? Congratulations to an outstanding team. The awards ceremony is now concluded. Thank you. And if you are departing the stadium at this time, please check around you for all your belongings. Have a wonderful evening.
NSPN.TV, in partnership with the Minnesota State High School League, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Soccer Tournament. Coverage is made possible by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care, ETS Performance, elite sports performance training for student athletes. Visit etsperformance.com/NSPN for more information. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. And by the Star Tribune, your home for the best prep